Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here today to explain another effort that is being undertaken by the cities of Pawtuxet and Central Falls to stop Care New England from dismantling Memorial Hospital. You know, Care New England seems to have forgotten that hospital and the medical services it provides to the community is a vital community asset, and that license they have is to be used to operate that community asset for the benefit of the people of Pawtuxet and Central Falls. So yesterday afternoon, the cities of Pawtuxet and Central Falls filed a lawsuit against Care New England, the Department of Health, and the Attorney General's office. Through that lawsuit, we're asking the court to enjoin the dismantling of Memorial Hospital and to make sure that those services continue while we go through this process of restructuring the South Coast. When Care New England went through its health conversion process, it was given essentially a fast-track process, and there were particular findings that were made through that process, and those findings resulted in terms and conditions being set on their license. And some of those findings were very important to what's going on right now, because there was a determination made that this community hospital was providing vital medical services to a core service area with higher social deprivation demographics than any other place in the state of Rhode Island. And so that alone should be sufficient to tell us that you can't take those community services and relocate them in Kent County. Those specific terms and conditions that are attached to that license prevents Care New England from doing what they're doing to the people of Pawtuxet and Central Falls and taking those vital medical services away from them. Now, I join with UNAP, I join with my colleagues here at the General Assembly in calling on the governor to step in and stop this process now. But as we speak, the defendants in that lawsuit are being served because we believe that under Section 30 of the Health Care Act, the Superior Court for the state of Rhode Island can intervene and put a stop to it. And that's what we're going to try to accomplish. I'm proud to be representing the people and the communities of Pawtuxet and Central Falls in this effort. I've met them, I've talked to them, I've talked to the families that my colleagues have described to you. I know their fears, I know their anxieties about losing this vital healthcare services for them and their families, for losing the jobs that are going to be caused because of this. And it's real. Those anxieties are real, those fears are real, and they're happening now because of what Care New England is doing in violation of the license that they now hold. So we're going to court and we're going to try to stop it. Thank you.
Good job. That concludes what we wanted to share with you, but I'll assume that we can answer questions if you have any. I or the senators or the reps. I can't speak for them, but if there are questions, we'll do our best to answer them.
Just to clarify your last remarks, you're going to court over this?
Yes. You filed the lawsuit?
Okay.
Sure. Yesterday afternoon, the cities of Pawtuxet and Central Falls filed a lawsuit against the Rhode Island Department of Health, Care New England, Memorial Hospital, and the Attorney General. We're very hopeful that the Attorney General will be supportive of us in these efforts. We have every reason to believe that that office will. But because of what we just described in terms of Care New England's really callous disregard for our communities and the terms and conditions of the license that they got, that we'll be able to stop this from proceeding, stop this dismantling from taking place, and have the Superior Court intervene in the process. Under Section 30 of the Health Care Act, under these conditions, we believe that the Superior Court has the right to get involved in that process. And we think that's the only way that we're going to slow this down, and that the people who are served by Memorial Hospital, that their interests will be put first above whatever the data and finance is that Representative Coughlin talked about, and those people are a lot more important than that data.
You said the city of Pawtuxet and Central Falls filed the lawsuit?
Yes, they have combined. I'll be representing them. I am a senator from District 18 Pawtuxet, but I'm also an attorney, and so I've offered my services to those communities in order to bring this lawsuit.
Pro bono?
Yes. I'm sorry?
When was the lawsuit filed?
Yesterday afternoon.
Are you going to be seeking a stay?
We're going to be seeking that the process be restrained, so yes, you can call that a stay as well.
How will this, I guess this question might be better for Chris, how does this lawsuit in any way impact the current legal battles between UNAP, Care New England, and the Department of Health?
Well, first of all, let me say that the union will be filing a motion to intervene in this cause of action, and we will stand with the cities of Central Falls and Pawtucket on this lawsuit, and we'll be filing, I'm hoping, within the next day or so. To answer your question, this lawsuit dovetails with the causes of action that we have pending in the Superior Court now. Because at the end of the day, what we have filed in Superior Court is a motion to reconsider, which was designed to try to get the Department of Health to allow us to have a stay put in place to slow this thing down so we could get at the issues of what we allege are Care New England's violations of the Hospital Conversion Act. So these causes of action dovetail nicely together, and we will stand with the cities on this lawsuit.
So, Representative Conley, when you say that this is disregarded terms and conditions of the license that you're referencing is the Hospital Conversion Act?
Yes, the license that was acquired. You know, Care New England, as I said a moment ago, essentially was given a fast-track process because of the determination made by the Department of Health just a short time ago of how vital these services are to the people that live in these communities and how great the need was. That need is no less now than it was at the time that license was granted, and maybe even more critical right now. And so, while Care New England may have forgotten that, we want to make sure the Department of Health doesn't forget it. And that's why we're asking the court to intervene. And just to reaffirm what Chris has said, we look forward to standing with UNAP in Superior Court. But Mayor Grebian and Mayor Diasa in Central Falls wanted to make sure that the people who live in their communities were heard. And so this is their opportunity to make that happen.